I'm part horse, where it counts. Hi, ugly. It's me, Bussy, and welcome back to Hot or Rat. And today we'll be reviewing episode 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 13. In the main challenge, our queens acted in Henny, I Shrunk the Drag Queens, and on the main stage, the runway category was Haute Pocket. I'll be breaking all that down for you, and since we're in the final four, we're going to be doing something special. I've been having so much fun using math in my videos lately, I guess I really am getting older, that I thought we could go ahead and calculate each queen's score in the competition thus far. You know, just get a good idea of where everybody's standing. I mean, we have had 13 episodes, and I'll be awarding points as follows. A main challenge win is worth 5, placing high 4, safe 3, low 2, and landing the bottom 2 and lip syncing for your life, only 1 point. And by the end of today's video, we should have a pretty good idea of the answer to the question rooted in math, who should take home the crown? Me, of course.
The winner of RuPaul's Drag Race is
Bussy Queen. Thank you so much. And I know the haters are gonna say I didn't win a single challenge and that I didn't even walk the runway once. Hell, I wasn't even in this season, and I barely do drag. I mean, I'm not even wearing pants right now. But this means so much to me, and I just want you to know your franchise is going to be safe with me, Bussy Queen, the winner of season 13.
Silence! Bring back my girl!
First up, our dearly departed Olivia Lux. She's giving me Mrs. Claus cosplaying as the coal that Santa gave you when you were naughty but pressured into a diamond after years and years of hard work. Firstly, wow. She looks gorgeous. This runway I think would have been really great for like a bow category, but it just doesn't say pockets. Like, she kind of looks like the Christmas present that you want to unwrap first, but your parents make you wait until the very end to open her up. I wonder what's inside. I think as a standalone runway, this look is absolutely undeniably hot. However, the runway category was Haute Pocket. And I'm just not really sure this garment said that. Like, everyone else pushed themselves somewhere new, tried something different, and Olivia kind of did the same thing that she's been doing on the runway pretty consistently, which is show up and look really pretty, but nothing too memorable. Something about this look is just too, I think, pedestrian, as beautiful as it is for what the runway was calling for. She's cute enough that I want to put her into my pocket and take her with me everywhere I go. But for this runway category, I'm gonna have to give this diamond a zirconium rat. And in the acting challenge, the theme of samity, yes, I did just invent that, continues through. We see that same kind of oddly nice but afraid to be dynamic character that we saw in the roast and in other previous acting challenges. She is so scared to, I think, step outside of her box, which is ironic because she said that she's there to explore, but I think she doesn't know where to explore yet. At least that's just my read on the situation. Like, how many times can you pick the nice girl role and be told that you need to do more with it? Honestly, I kind of think it might have even been a little bit of a trap that the producers put that role in the script at all just to see if she would pick it. Welcome back to Conspiracy Theories with Bussy Queen. Yeah. I feel like, as her sisters also expressed on the main stage tonight, we may have seen every shade of light that Miss Lux has to offer at this current time. A thespian she was not tonight. This was a rat-id performance. And I know she didn't make it to our final four, but I did go ahead and calculate her score just for fun. She left the competition gracefully with a strong 35 points. Like, let's not forget her winning the Disco-mentary and Bossy Rossi episodes. She was a fierce competitor in this competition. I just don't think she was ready for prime time quite yet, especially considering the talent level of the performers. But imagine Olivia in like even 1 year, 2 years. I am scared for the girls that have to go up against her in All Stars. Next up, for sure maybe, for sure not, for sure F, for sure bomb, 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 bomb. It's Symone. Pour one out for all the scene kids. I was one. I think it is a universal truth that every little gay scene kid is now a drag queen. Pheromone, for instance. Here's some of my scene kid pictures. Scene culture may seem cringy today, but I would not have lived my teenage years any differently. I loved every second of waking up in the morning and spending 45 minutes straightening and teasing my hair every single day. Anyways, back to Symone. This runway had me gagged, bound, and chained. I love that she found a way to integrate scene culture into this Haute Pocket couture look, which by the way is jaw-dropping. And oh, is that a Symone in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? Like, she's the pocket, she's the jeans. What? It's incredible. Zipper? I hardly know her. Anyways, her fly was down, but she crushed this runway. This look was hot. And in the main challenge, yes, Deborah takes us back to the Sweet Tooth Factory once more. God knows if there's an acting challenge next episode, she'll take us there again. But I'm kind of not that mad about it. I mean, she found something that works and she milked it. I would have done the same thing. And I have seen some people be a little upset about that online, but honestly, I think if you're upset that Symone is reusing a successful character, maybe we should actually be looking towards the production and seeing that they kind of are giving our queens an opportunity to reuse things and redo things maybe one too many times this season. I don't know, just food for thought. And at this point, if she doesn't integrate that character into her main drag character like fully, then I'll just be upset about it. Anyways, her confident performance in a kind of shaky, from the production side, challenge was a hot. And ring the bell, sound the alarm, Symone enters the top 4 with 43 points, with 4 wins for the Congratulations Brew Mix, the Rupaul Mark Channel Acting Challenge, the Makeover with Utica, and the Soda Pop Commercial Challenge. But she's also been in the bottom twice, once for the Rusical and once for the Roast. Next up, what's black, white, and pink all over? It's Rosé. And this is not the first time we've seen her stunned in a garment inspired by a bygone decade. Remember her Bette Midler big business look she did back in the bag ball? This outfit, it's 60s, it's mod, there's a reveal. She's ready for a rainstorm, and God knows what's in all those pockets, maybe some of mommy's little helpers. I like the garment, but I kind of don't like the final execution of everything she did to style this outfit. I think the hair, stockings, and heels didn't really work well with the rest of the look. Like the hair itself, for example, I think would have looked a lot better if she had done an actual 60s, more Valley of the Doll style look. You know, something off the shoulders. It just kind of looks like it's suffocating her around her like shoulders and back or something. And then there was also a weird moment where she's talking about the unique style of makeup from this era in her confessional while the look is on the runway, but then she really didn't change her makeup for this at all. I think it's a little harsh for a 60s look. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy. What do y'all think? The garment is absolutely Haute Pocket. It's hot on its own, but the styling, not my personal preference. I have to give this look a rat. However, in the acting challenge and Oscar, she may win. I kind of thought the writing in this, if we can call it a movie, left a little bit to be desired, but Rosé really made the most of what she had. Anytime she had a line, she delivered it confidently with that knowing wink in her eye. I mean, she is an excellent actress, actor, thespian, and she's proving it time and time again. Anything the other queens can do, she can do it better. They better watch out. This performance was hot. And Rosé is entering the top 4 with a staggering 46 points, the most of any of our queens so far. And by the way, she's our only pork chop queen to even be in the top 5. Started from the bottom, now she's here. As a reminder, she won the Rusical, the Soda Pop Commercial Challenge, and could have shared a win in Snatch Game. She's like the EGOT queen of this top 4. She is a force to be reckoned with. It really is amazing to see Rosé come so far in this competition and to also see her growth. She's listening to the judges. She is adjusting how she's performing. I mean, that is what you have to do to win, and she's doing it. Anyways, next up. How many pockets could a drag queen fit on a pocket dress if RuPaul had a pocket runway in her pocket? Let's ask Kandy Muse. My God. Normally you save your best for last, but Kandy is doing the opposite. And I don't want to be too harsh on her because even she knows this wasn't a great look and admits on the main stage she didn't feel good when she put it on. And for that, I really feel for her. At least she knew that it was a rat on sight. But girl, like what am I looking at? What is this? Like what possessed you to even put this in a suitcase? It's wild. Honestly, it's so ugly. She may be on to something. Or she may be on something, not sure. It's kind of giving me like the haphazard laziness of Lala Ree's bag dress creation, combined with the meticulous, chaotic detail of Tamisha Iman's bag dress that she created. And then of course if Kandy then finally stitched everything together with a neon green ribbon. But yeah, this look is a certified rot. But in the acting challenge, I actually enjoyed her performance. Honestly, I think everyone did well in this challenge, Olivia being the obvious weakest of the group, but the remaining 4, I mean, the judges were probably splitting hairs to decide who was going to be in the bottom. Like, I don't know if I personally could have chosen without also including the runways in my decision. Like, if you held a shrink ray to my head and made me choose, I guess I would have to say Kandy, because she could have taken that evil villain role a little bit further, but I honestly still have to say that she gave a hot performance. So Kandy enters the top 4 with the lowest amount of points of any of our 4 with 37 points. But that ain't that far behind like Symone, who has the 3rd most with 43. And Kandy has had a bit of a rocky performance, now lip syncing for her 3rd time, but she also did win a challenge, the roast, last episode. And it can't be ignored that anytime there was a comedy challenge put in front of her, she kind of killed it. And every time she has to lip sync, she earns her spot in the competition once again. Like her or not, she is talented. Kandy's been really interesting to watch because she's either been really great or sitting alone in the BTM. See what I did there? And a lot of people are mad that she's made it this far, but I think she's proven time and time again that she has earned her spot in the competition. And finally, does anyone know what time it is? Oh, that's right. It's time to crash the system. It's Gottmik. Damn. This runway stole a piece of my heart. It's so great. This is the Hercules sundial thing that she was referencing in her confessional, by the way. Like, that is such a niche thing to bring to your drag fashion, but only icons think of such. Gottmik's look is giving me underground New York street fashion, just robbed a Rolex store and is now pawning them off to pedestrians at Paris Fashion Week realness. This look is so gorgeous, timeless. I mean, it's different for Gottmik, which is fun, but then again, Gottmik does something different on the runway every week, which is what makes her such a treat. Like every single week, I'm pretty much wondering what is Gottmik going to be wearing, and she never disappoints. And I never judge a queen by the size of their timepiece, but maybe it's time to start. This look is hot. In the main challenge, Gottmik was allergic to pussy, but still snatched a win in my book. I was really happy to see Gottmik translate her natural comedic timing and energy into the acting challenge, something that I think she's kind of struggled with a bit throughout the competition, but really nailed in the roast and cemented in this challenge as well. This is another contestant like Rosé we've seen listen to the judges, apply that feedback to their performance, and just get better and better every episode. Like, have y'all ever seen a sneeze look so sexy? I don't think so. This performance was hot. And Gottmik enters the top 4 with 44 points, 2 less than Rosé, 1 more than Symone, and a couple more than Kandy. She brings with her 2 wins, 1 for the bag ball and 1 for the snatch game, arguably 2 of the most important challenges in Drag Race, and also has 0 bottom placements. But that's a topic for another video. In fact, I've already talked about it. And Gottmik is just doing so well, like I actually thought she could have won the roast and maybe even this challenge, but I suppose it's only fair the judges spread the wins out amongst the rest of the queens. But yeah, our top 4 honestly is really amazing, and the top 3 scores are so close, I don't even think there is a way to predict or call who's going to take the crown. I mean, if you were just going based off numbers alone right now, of course, Rosé, but there is a strong argument, depending on how the next episode or 2 episodes go, that Gottmik and Symone could take the crown as well. I think we can safely say, mathematically speaking, that Kandy probably won't be taking the crown. That is, unless the next episode or 2 she pulls out some more wins, which is very possible, so I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled there. Anyways, if you want to see my reaction to this week's lip sync, you can see it over on my Patreon at patreon.com/BussyQueen. That's my members only website where my Patreon family gets exclusive member benefits like early access to my videos, personal shoutouts, access to my deleted video archive, the Bussy Queen Discord server, and more. Click the link in the description of this video to watch my reaction and get those member benefits today, and get the satisfaction of knowing that you helped me eat and pay my rent this month. Thanks. So at this point in the competition, when we have a final 4, Drag Race does typically do a retweet your favorite winner, share the hashtag, etc., but we're not seeing that. So that tells me something's gonna be a little bit different for this season, probably due to the, pandemic that we have going on, and they may end up doing a final 3 and then a more traditional lip sync for the crown, kind of like how they used to do back in the earlier seasons of the yesteryear. Only 90s babies will remember. But let me know what you think about that. Do you agree with our top 4? Who do you think will enter the final 3, and who do you think is going to take the crown? This week, my hottest hot on the runway goes to Symone. I just can't let my little scene sister go without a hottest hot. I also asked my patrons to vote for their hottest hot, and this week they've chosen Gottmik. I want to say thanks so much for watching today's video and give a special shout out to Darius Lamont and Nathan, who've just joined my Patreon at the hot tier. And Anthony Bradley Cameron, Cherry Poppins, Deutsche Leather, Fractalized Freddy, GJ Bearclaw, Glenn, Got the Morbs, Jay, Ginny, Jonah, Johnny, Kazuko, Kiki and John, Maddie Morissette, Olympus Mons Venus, Ron, Shannon Sky, Sunshine, Superplin, Tina, Timothy, Tony, Unique, and Wheelie, who were all supporting me at my hottest hot tier. And Angel Caroline, Craig, JB Matthew, Rochambeau, Scooby Snacks, Sailor, Timotheus, and Tom, who were all supporting me at my Bussy Queen collector tier. See y'all next time. Love ya. Bye. Whew, almost fell off my rocker. Oh.